This video on metric prefixes is not going to feature a rap song, or just a song in general, because I don't think those help and they kind of annoy me. So instead, I think this is going to be pretty quick, but first we can look at the etymology, which is the study of the words themselves, and that'll kind of help us remember how to order them, along with a good mnemonic device that we've all heard. King Hector died by drinking chocolate milk is how we memorize these. But again, I'm just going to quickly go over. So milli in the Latin actually means thousand, which is where we get the word millennium, which is 1,000 years. Centi is the Latin for 100, which is how we get century, being 100 years. Deci is the Latin 10, which is we get decimate. So that's how they used to punish mutinous soldiers in an army. They would kill 1 of 10. Believe it or not, way back in the day. And remember, deci, centi, and milli, these are little. So by 10, 100, and 1,000, we mean the thousandth place. So when you have a decimal, so we have the tens place, the hundredth place, and the thousandth place. So that's why there's 1,000 millimeters in a meter. So anyways, then for Deca, this is the Greek meaning 10, which is why we have a decathlon, which is 10 events. And then we have Hecto and kilo. Those you're just gonna wish that you were Greek, because I think that's the words they have for 100 and 1,000 maybe. So I don't know. But anyways, there's that. So that hopefully should help. Now let's just do some problems. And so what I always do when I have these problems, I just write it out like this. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. I put these in lowercase to remind myself those are small units. So the first thing, the key to these problems, is just think about what you're doing. So think about if you're using a big unit like kilometer, and then you're going to a small unit like millimeter, then you should expect a big number, because there's a lot of little things in a big thing. And then when you have a small unit and then you're going to a big unit, you should expect a small number, because there's a lot of big things in a small thing. Well, that's just how it works. So yeah, let's look at these problems. Now this is how we in the business do it. So you see, okay, I have 10 kilograms, and I'm going to grams. So you go 1, 2, 3. So why did I count to 3? Because that's how many times I'm going to loop the decimal. 2, 3. Now the decimal's over here, and I'm going to fill that in with zeros. So my final answer is 1,000 grams. Now does that make sense? Yes, because this is 1,000 little things and one big thing. So that makes sense. Now 2.5 kilograms to grams. We're going to do it again. 1. So you don't count the one you start on. You go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, got loopy. And then decimal's now there. And you fill in the loops with some zeros, and you'll get 2,500 grams. Again, that makes sense. Now 100 milligrams to grams. So we're going to start here. The decimal's secretly here. And we're going to go milligrams to grams. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now we're going from a small unit to a big unit, so thus our number should be smaller. So we're not adding zeros in this direction, because then the number is going to be bigger. So we're adding zeros in this direction to the left, because our number is going to be smaller. So again, we moved from milla, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then now we stick our decimal there and rewrite it for clarity. We're going to get 0.1 grams. Now, more examples. Okay, so now we're going to go from decimeters, which is down here, to decameters, which I put this problem here just so you don't mix them up, and I wrote them in little caps to make it more clear. So what are we doing? We are going from a small unit to a big unit, meaning we should expect a small answer. So that means we're going to be adding zeros from the left. So we're going to be moving 1, 2 places. So we're going to 1, 2. Our decimal's now here. We fill that in with a 0. And now we have 4. There we go. And again, you gotta remember your units too. It's probably better to just write it out, because that's actually confusing, isn't it? Okay, just write out your units. And again, these will get easier. Soon you can do these in your head, I promise. So we're going to do 123 millimeters to kilometers. So we're going from a small unit to a big unit. So we should expect a small answer. And so we're going to expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to move this decimal 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's like you're just moving them around in visible numbers. And then you just fill it in with zeros. So you can get 0.0012 kilo, oopsies, or whatever, kilometers, it doesn't really matter. Now we're going to do 9.05 hectometers. I guess you could just write it like that. Okay, and so a hectometer is up here, and we're going to a centimeter. So we're going to expect big unit, big answer, because we're going from big to small. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 places. So we're going to 1, 2, that was, why did I write that? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Fill these in with zeros, and this is going to be our answer right here. Alright, it's as easy as that.